Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Cardinal Strength Corner for the month of July. All right, our freshmen have just gotten on campus here. We've been working with them now for 2 weeks, and we really thought this would be a good time to kind of talk about initiating Olympic movements with your athletes, just like we're doing right now with our incoming freshmen. All right, a lot of coaches talk about two different approaches when you're working guys into Olympic lifting for the first time. All right, some people like to start from a bottom-up approach, and some guys like to start from a top-down approach. All right, when we talk about those two different things, what we're talking about is an RDL from the top-down approach, all right, and a deadlift from the bottom-up approach. And what we actually like to do is incorporate both at the same time, so our guys learn how to pull a bar from the ground up, and we teach them how to RDL because they're going to need to know both. All right, as we work them into clean pulls, clean high pulls, eventually a hang clean, eventually a clean from the floor, and then working into our snatch and so on with the rest of our Olympic movements. Okay, so we want to explain both today and really show you how you can incorporate both as you're starting with some of your high school kids that might be even upperclassmen that are just needing to know, all right, if you want to work into a clean, this is kind of the step-by-step approach on how to do it. So Coach Fakes is going to enter in the rack here. We're going to kind of go over the RDL a little bit. All right, we want a thumb's length away when we grip the bar from the knurling, where the smooth and the rough edge of the bar meet. He's going to take the bar off the rack. All right, we want to set the feet, all right, fairly underneath our hips. All right, so he's going to be about hip width apart. All right, he's going to make sure, most importantly, that the upper body is as strong as humanly possible because the lower body is so much stronger. All right, we really emphasize that a lot. You're going to see the shoulders being pulled back and down at the same time. He's got a great flat back with all of those muscles on his posterior chain activated and tight. All right, we really emphasize breathing a lot with these exercises. So coach is going to take a big breath in like he's breathing through a straw. He's going to descend down, sliding that bar tight to his legs so it never leaves his body. That's a huge point of emphasis. Flat back, as you can see, and he comes up and exhales under control. All right, squeezing his hips and his glutes at the very top of the movement. One more time, coach. Big breath in, sliding the bar down. Notice his shoulders ending up over the bar, and then bringing his chest to lead the way back up to finish the movement. Coach is going to rack the bar there. So this would be a great day one right here. I would really recommend the RDL first. It's a lot easier to teach, all right, before you start from the ground up, okay? But then when we are ready, we will move on to the ground up approach, which is going to be our trap bar deadlift. All right, now the trap bar is a great tool and a great piece of equipment, all right, to get the guys to learn how to keep that same flat approach that we just had with the RDL because of the hand placement of the bar. All right, it's a neutral position. It puts the spine in a better position. It's teaching these guys, all right, how to be in a great bottom position on a pull, all right, before we get to a barbell where it's now going to be in front of the body, putting them at a greater disadvantage and really having to be a lot tighter and a lot stronger, all right, with that back. All right, so coach is going to get down. All right, we really talk about the bottom of the RDL the same way with the ground up approach with the trap bar deadlift. All right, so we're looking for shoulders, all right, in line with the toes to slightly in front. Coach has got a nice flat back. Again, the shoulders are pinned back and down all at the same time so that everything is locked in tight right here so that when he brings that bar up, all right, nothing moves from this point. All right, the legs and the upper body are as strong as possible. He's still going to take that big breath in, lead with the chest. Hips and glutes are squeezed at the top. He's going to breathe again because we need that breath to be tight within our midsection when we go back down. All right, now the first thing we're thinking on the way down is RDL. We're trying to get shoulders in line with the toes and then dropping the knees. All right, if coach takes it up one more time, and we were to show a bad example, what a lot of guys like to do is just drop at the knees right away. All right, we're not activating that post chain the way we want. We want them to feel those muscles. So the way he starts is the way we want to finish. When he takes that second breath, we're thinking RDL, shoulders coming out, still a flat back. Once it gets to the knees, you notice the knees drop. That's the time that we can let that happen. All right, so between the RDL and the trap bar deadlift, I think those are two great ways, guys, to work yourselves into eventually working yourself into a barbell deadlift. All right, eventually working into a clean pull, maybe off of blocks to start from a higher position, into a clean high pull, all right, then working yourself into a hang clean. Continue to work the deadlifts. It's very important, even if you're hang cleaning, to continue to teach your guys how to pull from the floor. All right, so when you are ready for power cleans, if you do that with your guys, whether it's from blocks or the floor, all right, they're prepared for it from the ground up as well as from a hanging approach. Hope you guys enjoy this. We'll see you back in August.